Welcome to Wild Breakaway with Wes Walz. I'm Audra Martin. The Wild can certainly enjoy this upcoming All-Star break and bye week thanks to a big 5-2 win tonight on the road against the Colorado Avalanche. They head into the break having won their last 3 games. They now sit 3rd place in the Central Division, 3 points ahead of both Dallas and Colorado.
Yeah, this game tonight, right from the beginning, had a feel of a playoff game. It was really, really chippy, very, very physical, a lot of punching after the whistles and things like that, exactly what you would expect against the Colorado Avalanche. Priority number 1 going into this game was shutting down the top line. That's not rocket science. It's one of the top lines in the National Hockey League. The Minnesota Wild, Ryan Suter, Jared Spurgeon, and anybody that was on the ice against the top line did a great job. Bruce Boudreau looked to me like he looked like for a little bit more of a hard match, trying to get Ryan Suter and Jared Spurgeon out there against them a little bit more tonight than he normally does in Colorado, and I thought it paid huge dividends, and the Minnesota Wild picked up a huge win, as you mentioned. 6 of their last 8 on the road, and they're playing some good hockey right now.
Absolutely. Here's a look at tonight's final stats. They score 5 goals on 28 shots, 2 of those goals on the power play. In fact, both on 5-on-3 opportunities. That snaps a 4-game power play skid for Minnesota. Tonight, you got to give credit to Nick Seeler, blocking shots left and right with a team best 5 here tonight. He now leads all NHL rookies with 79 on the season, and he has more than impressed his head coach.
Unbelievable. I mean, and that word is used loosely a lot of times, but I mean, he had 3 blocks right in a row, you know, laying out his body. And once you start laying out your body like that, then Foligno had a block in the same shift, then you know that the team is committed and you got a good chance of winning that night. And that's the way I felt after that shift.
So now the Wild will be idle for 8 days, plenty of time to relax, unless you're Devin Dubnyk and you're playing in the All-Star game. But everybody else will have plenty of time to regroup and get a little healthy, you know, and of course just get back to work. Their first game back against Dallas, back-to-back with Chicago. So what are your expectations as you come out of a long break?
It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, and it's, you know, I know at the end of my career when I was older, whenever I had 2 or 3 days off, man, my legs and everything, my whole body felt like cement. It took me a while to get going again, so I wouldn't be surprised if some of the older guys, you know, spend some time with their kids, go on the outdoor ice, try to stay loose as much as they possibly can. And unfortunately for the Wild, they only have 1 day of practice before jumping into that game against the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars play 2 nights before, so they're going to have that luxury of playing a game, getting the cobwebs out, having a day off, and then playing the Minnesota Wild. So it's going to be a tough. You know, these 2 games are going to be really tough for the Minnesota Wild, but it's going to be a grind these last 2 months. Game 7's here now for the next 2 months. It's going to be a lot of fun if you're a Minnesota Wild fan or if you're just a hockey fan. It's going to be, you're going to see a lot of what we saw tonight, a lot of chippy games, a lot of hard, intense games. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's a logjam there in the Western Conference as those final teams battling for the wild card spots. But luckily, Minnesota right now sitting pretty in 3rd in the Central Division. So enjoy the break, everyone. We look forward to seeing you on Friday against Dallas. But until then, for Wes Walz, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.